You see, sometimes it is not funny when you see that in Africa, a certain tribe or a certain people, they feel marginalized, they feel that they are not being included, they feel that sense of non-inclusiveness from their government, from their stakeholders and all that, and you see that these people will now come together and they start fighting or start rebelling to leave that country or to be free or be separated from these people. And sometimes when the leaders in these communities, the states or the country start behaving as if a call to self-determination is the crime. It's not a crime. It's not a crime, yes, because we see it playing out in many times. Even most of the countries you see in Europe today, many of these countries were one before, and at some point they just have the need to separate themselves, to be on their own, let everybody use their resources to do something for themselves. Yes, some of the countries in Africa, their major cities, their population alone is even bigger than most of the countries in Europe here. Swiss just have 9 million citizens, not to talk of many other countries. There are many countries that were one country before. Czech Republic and Slovakia was formerly Czechoslovakia, was one country. The issue of Ukraine and Russia, they used to be one country before, but at some point there were need for everybody to go their separate way and manage their resources peacefully. Taiwan formerly belonged to China. They were one country. There are many countries like that. Even rumors have it that Pakistan and India used to be one country. And there are many countries like that in Europe here. But in our own case, people feel marginalized. People feel you're using their resources. You don't see any need to include them at the head of affairs. They don't feel any need that you recognize them at the state level, at the local level, in any ramification. And immediately they call to separate themselves from you. You declare war on them. This is unfair. This is wickedness of man to his fellow man. And the earlier we African countries, some of the leaders in Africa stop this rubbish, the earlier the better for all of us. Why don't you call these people on a round table? Why don't you tell them to have a referendum? If the majority of their people vote to leave, let them leave. If they see that you are not adding to them, they feel they can do it better, let them go and do it on their own. But this one, you will sit on their resources, you don't include them, and you want to keep forcing them into a union they don't want to be part of. This is uncalled for. But my peaceful advice is that if any tribe, any people, community wants to leave any country or any community they belong to, make sure that it's your own people that are pushing you. It's not people from the West that is pushing you. We can see it play out in the case of South Sudan. The West supported South Sudan to leave Sudan because of the natural resources, overwhelmingly natural resources they were endowed with. Since 2011, they left Sudan. Till now, they have not conducted an election. That country has been under war for over a year now, without no resolution. The election, the presidential election they were supposed to conduct in December is already cancelled. So, if any tribe, any community, any people want to separate from any country they belong to, let it be that it's your own people. There's no external interference, because this external interference, they are just coming for what you have, your natural resources, nothing more.